Hey there, Fish and Tooling here. It is spring 2023, and that means it's time for jigging at Lake Erie. So decided to make a trip up to Lake Erie, launching out of Catawba Island, and the goal was to head over to the Western Basin Reefs and do some jigging over there. Okay, so today we're going to be fishing on my friend John's 24-foot Wellcraft Coastal. He calls it side piece, so that'll be pretty fun today. A really nice room in the back to jig off of, and he's got a walk around up front, so we'll be moving around the boat to jig different spots as we drift. So the walleye will migrate different times of the year. This time of the year, as they're getting ready for spawning, they're going to go over to these shallower reefs. So it's anywhere from 10, 12 feet of water up to 20 to 25 feet of water. That's our target areas, reefs like Niagara Reef and different reefs over in that Western Basin area. So today we're going to be using a hair jig. So they come in a lot of different colors. The ones I'm using today are Venom Lures high dollar hair jig. It is a jig head with a skirt on it with a stinger hook attached to the hook. So main color we're going to be using is purple. I've got purple with a little bit of chartreuse there on it, and then also what they call like a John Deere green. So these colors seem to do pretty well. We're also going to be tipping them with a minnow just for some extra scent and some flash when you're jigging in the water. So with these jigs, what you want to do is you want to drop them down until you feel it hit the bottom. Once you feel it hit the bottom, you're going to tap the head and lift up. Tap the head, lift up. And you're just going to do that repeated. And 99% of the time, those walleye are going to hit on the fall. And then when you lift back up, that's when you're going to feel that weight or that strike. Hopefully you get them on the main hook, but sometimes you get them on the stinger hook, or sometimes you even get both. This time of year, it could be a very light bite, so they're just kind of biting towards the tail, and you're going to get that stinger hook. The key there too is if you're getting the stinger hook, it's probably not going to be as good of a hook set, and so you're going to have to keep that constant pressure once you get the hook set. If they twist their head, or if you lift them up above the water or get any slack in the line, there's a pretty good chance that hook's going to come out. So we started the day off over at the Niagara Reef, drifting across maybe 15 feet of water, and then as we trail off to the edge of the reef, we're going to get to 20 to 25 feet of water. We've got a south wind, very light, up to maybe 5 miles per hour, so we've got a 1 foot or less wave report today. And we do want a little bit of wind because we want the boat to drift across the reef, and that allows us every time we jig up and down to actually cover some ground and move across different groups of walleye. And then if we find a good spot, we'll mark it, come back, and reset that drift. If we start to get the wind to die down, we're going to lose that drift, and that's going to make it more difficult. And the other thing we don't want to have happen is we don't want the sun to come out. When the sun comes out, it shines through that water and kind of gets them laying on the bottom, and they don't seem to eat as well. So we're going to hit it really hard right at the beginning and see how we do.
There we go. Fish on. Yep. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, it's about 15 and a half. Really? He talking shit like that already? What do you got, 2? There we go.
got any clout?
Yeah. Thank you.
They can move up right now. We're in deeper water, but we're catching fish, so
I'd stay put for another 5.
That's the one you need to take a picture of. Ooh, good one. Yeah, it feels good too.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice. Get him in, guys.
Nice one. Big one. Real nice one.
Oh, look how it got it too. That was hooked good.
What's that, 8?
9 maybe, right?
Stinger hook and main hook.
It's 4-pounder, 5-pounder in it. 4-pounder.
Probably 4-ish.
That's bigger than anything you catch at fucking Buckeye already.
Oh, hold on. That's a good one. It's good. It's fucking. Oh, it's good. It's good. Oh, shit. It's big, dude.
Bigger than the last one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice one.
Woo!
We'll go hang out one more second.
I don't know what that was.
Okay.
Okay, so the bite was really good from about 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And then it was almost kind of like it shut off. We started our second drift and we couldn't seem to pick a fish up. So really started getting light. So we decided after about 20 minutes, half hour to go ahead and make a move. Went a little bit further west, hit another reef, saw a huge group of boats there. That's usually a pretty good sign when you go to Lake Erie. If you find a big group of boats, that usually means there's some charter boats there and there's some different groups of people that are probably catching fish. Not always a guarantee, but highly likely that you're gonna see some more fish there. So we started our next drift and boom, picked up a few real quick to get our number up to 18, which our limit for the day with 4 people would have been 24. Once we reached 18, really started dying off. We were looking around at other boats, not really seeing anybody net any fish. And so we decided we were gonna be happy with the 18 that we got and go ahead and head in.
Nice fish.
Another pliers.
Okay, that's a wrap on the Lake Erie jigging trip. It's gonna be starting warm harness season here pretty soon. The jig bite usually only lasts a few weeks. I think people are already probably starting to switch to worm harnesses. So the worm harness mimics more of the mayfly in the water. Mayfly season, that'll come here late May as well. So that's kind of the reason for the switch to the worm harness. So may get another jigging trip in, may not. Pretty soon we'll be switching to worm harness. So hopefully I can make it back up and do some worm harness fishing at Lake Erie, catch some of those great walleye. All right, don't forget, strive to be fish rich.